This was not the right outfit to wear, knowing I had to mic myself. Yeah, I have on a little booba thing, but this booba here is like very loose, so I'm like clipping the mic to my chest, and well, not my chest, but to the the center of the booba, and it's like giving me problems. Anyway, welcome everybody to the weekly vibe, intuitive guidance through S.T.E.A.M with me, Amina. So today I'm um not going to show myself during this session. I'm just going to let you see the cards because I am going to be live later on during the rebirth challenge. So this session here is for us to get a focus. What is going to be the focus of the energy for the week ahead? I'm going to do a day by day for you, the vibe. And then you're going to do pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, for a special message from Lady Magdalene. It's energy. Okay. I have to always say energy at the end because I don't want people to think like I think like these people or beings are here in a physical form. Most of what I work with is light energies, spirit energies, and the divine energy. Okay. It's just some incense. Sometimes scents can change the energy too. You don't always have to use like Palo Santos or sage. You can just literally use some incense and that can shift the energy in your space. So what I want to do first is get our focus for the week ahead. Focus for the collective for this week. It's a wake-up call this week. Okay. Wonder what the wake-up call is going to be about. It is going to, well, according to the keywords, this wake-up call is going to involve your confidence, self-awareness, having a pioneering spirit, and recognizing your achievements. Affirmation: I am going places. I am one with life. I am going places. I am one with life. Maybe there are some things that you've been doing or achieving or accomplishing that you're overlooking. A lot of times in seeking outside validation and recognition, we forget that we are the first ones that need to validate ourselves. So I feel this week is going to be a lot of awakenings as to your greatness. That's going to boost your confidence. And the first step in doing that is this week, try to take a look at your achievements, big or small, where you have accomplished things, and reward yourself this week. Give yourself a mini makeover. Cut your hair, maybe get some extensions, get a shape up, get your nails done, get your hair did, get your, get yourself, hook yourself up. Give yourself a reward of some kind that rebrands you, that renews your energy. And the news flash for this week is, I'm sorry, I have my door open, so you're gonna hear my neighbor's motorcycle as it leaves. Okay. The newsflash is it's much better than you think. Your goals are in sight. And that's the wake up call that's coming in this week, is for you to realize that maybe you're thinking things are worse off than they actually are. And you're a lot closer to your goals than you realize. And a lot of times, the bumps and bruises, the chaos, the things that come and shake you up are all telltale signs that you are making moves. You're causing movement. You're causing things to shift in your life. All right. It's when you're sitting stagnant that you should be worried. Bottom of the deck, we have investment as an underlying focus for this week. So you may find yourself looking at things you can put your money into. I really feel like with Wake Up Call, you're going to find you're called to invest in yourself. in the things you want, in the things you that can benefit you. Okay. So it says provision, establishment, and invention. And your affirmation, I am a pioneer of excellence. My spirit is strong. I am a pioneer of excellence. My spirit is strong. Okay. And this week, look for opportunities to invest in yourself, in other people, if you got it like that, to support someone else's project or idea, or maybe just support a family that needs some help. But knowing that when they're on their feet, somehow, some way, this will return to you. This is a week that I'm not saying give in order to return, but it's called investing. And investment is necessary from time to time because investments grow your abundance and your prosperity, and they also can build your confidence. So this week, I'm feeling like there's a need to look for ways you can invest in furthering your accomplishments, in furthering, you know, getting yourself closer to the future that you desire. Okay. And this week, you're on a new frontier of financial success. So you're being urged to take some chances this week. Um, Maybe take a risk and put some money into something that you're not too sure what the outcome is going to be, if it's going to work out well for you, whatever in the end. But they're saying to take a chance this week. I'm sorry, I just turned off the light. And I'm like, did that make it worse? Yes, it did. I'll put it back on. Okay. I don't know why it seems so, one table is like, the lighting looks dim to me today. All right, so let's get into this weekly forecast. Let's take a look at each day of the week. I am using the Winding Path Tarot, and I'm using the Tree Tarot to clarify. I'm not really taking reversals, but I am going to acknowledge if it came out reversed in case there is some meaning behind why it is in reverse. Remember, this is the weekly vibe. I read energy, I read vibrations. I do not predict the future. I am not God. I am a child of God. Therefore, I can tap into energies and vibrations so that I can pick up and feel certain signals that the divine feels I need to put out there for those who cannot tap in or are not tapped in. And also to give a heads up to those who are tapped in that could just use a little extra guidance. Okay. That's for those who are unsure, who are new here and don't really know what the weekly vibe is all about. So therefore, do not look for certain things to happen certain days. Know that I'm reading the vibe and the energy of that day, and I'm giving you advice around what could possibly occur, as well as how you can harness the energy of that day, okay, to make it work to your best benefit. So let's get this started. I'm going to take some deep breaths just so that I can connect to source energy. I don't know why. I meant to say to your guides, but it feels like the divine is working really, really, really closely with me today. So I don't know if it's to wrap up this rebirth challenge week we've been doing. I hope you all have been a part of it. Even if you weren't able to join every day, you were able to get some of the benefits of it and check some of the replays. By the end of this week, all of the replays will be taken off of out of this private group and will only be available on my YouTube channel. So yeah, if you want to catch it raw and uncut, you can catch it on this channel. I mean, in this group. But if you want to check it out, follow it step by step, going through the challenge, then you're gonna have to catch it on YouTube. All right, let's take 4 deep grounding breaths in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Breathe in. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. relaxing even more every time you exhale. Take another deep breath in, filling yourself up with light and love. Exhale, relaxing, letting go of worries, stresses, let them go. One more time, take a deep breath in, knowing that you are guided and fully supported on your spiritual journey at all times. You are covered. Exhale and let go of any fear. Trust in the process. Trust how you're being guided, where you're being guided. Know that it is for your highest good. Ashe, Amin, Amen. Let's get into this weekly vibe. All right, so yes, I'm only showing my hands right now because I'm going to be live later on my YouTube channel, and that's where I'll look cute. Right now, I look like a hot piece of mess. And so even do my nails look bad. Oh, I got to get my nails together. But anyway, that's why I'm not doing a full body forecast today. Okay. All right. So let's start off with today's energy. Even though I believe when I did the weekly forecast last week, I ended with today. I don't care. The energy might have shifted. Let's start with today, the vibe for Saturday. So we have the Fool card. It did come through reversed. There's something with today's vibe where you may find you're being asked to take a risk. Something that you're going to think is risky. Maybe being asked to invest in something or in yourself. Something that could cause a huge change, transformation with all these butterflies. But it's risky. I don't know if it risks your finances or if it risks your time or what you feel like you could lose. But there's something today with being hesitant to take a risk that would transform your life. Now let me get some clarity. Nine of Pentacles. So it may be a concern around money today. All right. You may find that you have an opportunity to invest in something or to do something that's kind of risky, that you're not sure if you have enough money for, if you have the time, if, there's worries around it. Okay. But with the Nine of Pentacles here, it's letting me know you'll get the money that you need. With the tree having pentacles as its roots is letting me know that there's something you're doing that's bringing in money that you just can't see yet. Okay. So if it turns out today you are offered an opportunity to do something that you have to invest in, even if it's for something that you're investing in yourself on, you're being kind of pushed to do it. They're saying that if you're worried about finances, that they will come. But with the Fool being in reverse, is letting me know that today is not a good day to not trust in your guidance, where you're being guided, but at the same time, don't do anything naive. So make sure that whatever the risk is, that you're not backing away out of fear. If it's something you're not interested in, that's one thing. But if it's something you're saying, I'm afraid because if I do this, because da da da, they're saying you're not trusting. You have to just let go and trust and take a leap of faith towards something. All right. It's going to benefit you. And with the butterflies here, it's letting me know it'll be something that's going to change your life. Okay. That's how you'll know what it is. All right. That's the vibe today. All right. Some kind of opportunity that may feel risky coming in. Okay. Vibe for Sunday. So we got the Six of Wands. Now I have to say this was also reversed. Okay. Let me see what I'm getting, clarifying it with the Queen of Cups. So there's something with Monday that if you don't accomplish it or if you don't do it, you're going to feel like you didn't succeed. Don't let the energy see that it's the beginning of the week for one, for most people going back who have to work. So it could be an energy of just not wanting to do, not wanting to go, not wanting to do anything, wanting to relax. For others of you, I'm sorry, Sunday. I said Monday. Sunday is like the beginning of the week because you're getting ready to go. Well, it is. You're getting ready to go back to work the next day. There's something with Sunday's vibe that you could slip into your feelings. maybe start to feel like you didn't succeed at certain things, maybe feeling like you didn't put your all towards something. It feels like a lot of self beating up that could happen Sunday based off of something emotional that happens, something that gets you in your feelings. So for Sunday, my advice with Sunday is to focus on your achievements and accomplishments and not to allow yourself to fall into worry and concern about the past where you felt like you didn't do something right or you failed at something. Sunday, I'm hearing let your feelings pour forth. Let your feelings out. Whatever you're feeling, feel it, but also know that you did not fail. If you feel like you failed at something, that is the wrong thing to feel. Okay, you need to look at where you've had some achievements, some accomplishments. That's the vibe for Sunday. Focus on your the things you were successful at, and that'll keep your emotions balanced. All right. Because sometimes this could be people coming in that make you feel that way. It might not just be you sitting in your feelings. It could be somebody says something that triggers you to feel like, oh, I'm a failure or I didn't succeed at that, and gets you into your feelings. But with the Queen of Cups coming out upright, it lets me know you have a chance to rise above this. Let your emotions pour forth. Feel what you feel, but um don't let your view and feelings towards yourself be altered. That's what I'm hearing. So watch out for that Sunday and stay in the energy of I succeeded before, I can succeed again. It could be you're embarking on something new, some of you, this coming week, and it could be a little bit of some feelings of whatever you left behind having been a fail. And that's not true. You're actually doing what you have to do for your own emotional sake. So if you had to leave something behind, drop something, it's not because you failed at it. It's because you had to do something that was better for you emotionally. And keep that in mind Sunday when you might feel like feelings of failing creeping in. All right. All right. Let's go. That's Saturday. That's today. Sunday. Let's go to Monday's vibe. Okay, Monday we got the death card. So there's going to be a huge, this is a week of transformation, apparently. Starting off with this Fool card here. I kept saying the butterflies were giving me the feeling that there's something coming in today that's going to offer you a chance for a huge transformation, but you have to trust and be willing to invest in yourself. By Monday, transformation has begun. Okay, the energy for a huge change will be in the air. So if you are someone that's been looking for change, either in yourself, in your life, Monday is a good day to start to take steps towards shifting your energy. Clarifying that card is the Knight of Cups. So there's some kind of opportunity you're going to love. There may be opportunities coming in this week that are really, really going to work on the emotions. You understanding what it is you really want. That's what I keep hearing. What do you really want? What do you consider success? What do you want? You know, what do you think will shift your life, change your life? This week, you need to be focused on that shift because the energy for shifting and changing is beginning this week. And it starts off with you trusting where you're guided, being willing to invest in yourself, and honoring achievements that you've done in the past. Okay. All the way up to the present, because there's something else coming in, like an offer that's going to change your life. Something is coming. It's like between today and Monday, something is coming. There's an energy for life changing information or opportunities to come in. So stay open to that. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Wednesday. I know I can't squeeze all of these in this frame, but you know, I said Wednesday. Why am I jumping like a day ahead? Let's look at Tuesday. All right, so Tuesday, we got the Seven of Swords reversed. When I see the Seven of Swords reversed, it gives me the energy of secrecy. But when it's reversed, it kind of gives me the energy that something needs to be done secretly. So let me see something. Okay, clarified by the Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. A lot of emotional stuff this week. So watch your emotions and your feelings, okay? And really check that you are allowing them to be expressed freely and not suppressing them. So what I'm getting for the vibe um, for Tuesday is that there's something that you need to do in silence. So the energy for Tuesday may feel like I don't want to tell everybody what I'm up to and what my business is, okay? And that is the energy they're saying to be in. Work in silence, do your thing, because there's something with Tuesday where you're going to start to see what you want manifesting. It feels like some kind of wish fulfillment coming in. I just get the vibe for Tuesday, something you can't see coming. Um, I don't know if you can't see it, because with the Seven of Swords, it's kind of like something that is done in secret, but a light is going to be shined on it so that you can see, so that it can be exposed. But I feel like there's something that has to do with your blessings, what you truly want, what will emotionally fulfill you, that is coming in or has the ability to come in on Tuesday, but it requires some secrecy. It's like winning the lottery and wanting to tell everybody, but you can't. But eventually you can, but at this time you got to move in silence. Or like even being in a relationship and it's not fulfilling you, and you found one that is fulfilling, and you have to quietly move into that relationship, you know and not tell everybody what's going on. It's something like that with Tuesday, where you're going to feel like there's something that you want to tell everyone, but spirit is saying work in secret. Work in secret. Don't be so much on social media either. Wednesday is a good day to pull back, and I noticed that for my tribe. If y'all notice, whenever there is a week where our guides say no social media, it's usually Wednesdays. It's just interesting to me that it's usually always falling on a Wednesday. But Tuesday here is giving that vibe that you're gonna have to kind of pull back from social media a little bit and do some work behind the scenes. But what you don't realize is that it's bringing in all that you wish for, what you want. So don't worry if people can't see what you're doing right now. Eventually, it will come to the surface. All right. And for some of you on Tuesday, some things that may have been done behind you are going to come to the forefront. Whatever the case may be, it's a day for getting what you want, what you've been wishing for, coming in. So some emotional fulfillment is going to come out of Tuesday. All right. Let's move on to Wednesday. So Wednesday's vibe, I got the Seven of Wands coming through reversed. Don't give up. Wednesday, you may feel like there's a lot of pressure to stop doing something, go in a certain direction. Whatever it is, there's going to be some pressure for you to stand down when it comes to something you're very passionate about. You may feel an energy around people telling you not to do something, advising you against something, telling you you shouldn't be doing something. It's just an energy of feeling like you're sick of having to stand your ground against people that are trying to go against what you want and what you're doing. However, Eight of Cups is the clarifying card for Wednesday. And it's letting me know that it's possible that you are going to have to let go of something. It's something, it feels like on Wednesday, something that you've been really defending, something that you are passionate about, and you're like, no, I'm going to fight for this. Nobody's going to make me let this go or drop it or get rid of it. You are going to end up letting it go. So on Wednesday, be prepared. Something that you might have felt like at one point you were going to fight for, you're now realizing it's time to let it go. And it's something you're passionate about. They're not being clear as far as what it could pertain to. But with wands, it's something that you've been passionate about, something that people might have told you, I don't think so, not a good idea. You might have felt like maybe just energies were working against you from doing something, but it's because it wasn't meant for you. And you're going to realize that about something specific on Wednesday. And Eight of Cups energy is when you walk away from something that you might still feel emotionally connected to, but it just is not and cannot fulfill you any further. So this could be a relationship, a job, an idea, a mindset, whatever it is. By Wednesday, you're going to be feeling an urge to walk away. Okay. Oh, I had to look at the numbers because I was like 7, 7. Wow, a lot of spiritual energy this week. All right, so it does feel like many of us are on spiritual journeys, and this could also be the culmination for those of you that were a part of the 5-day challenge. You might be going through some feelings of what's next, and juggling your renewed spiritual connection with past energy. Okay, let's look at Thursday's vibe. So Thursday, we got the magician coming through. We finally get back in our bag of magic and realize we are master manifestors. So Thursday's energy, you can manifest what you want. Okay, that is the message for Thursday. Is that watch your mindset, watch what you say, because by Thursday you're going to be in manifestor mode, and you're in it the entire week. We're all manifestors, but you're going to be more better. We will be in a better emotional state to focus on what we want to manifest by Thursday. So the vibe is good for manifesting and also seeing some of your manifestations come in. A lot of cups energy. And I shuffled this like 3 or 4 times. Let me do another mix just to be on the safe side. We got 7 of Cups for a Thursday. So it's going to be a lot of options and choices. A lot of options and choices. I'm hearing be clear this week on what it is you truly want. That's the overall message. Wake up call. You are greater than you think you are. You've done amazing things. You need to acknowledge your accomplishments and take the time also with that investment card to invest in your further, accomplishments and things you want to do. And I just see that by Thursday, it's going to be time to manifest, okay? And you're going to feel like there's so many things, options. Maybe you're going to manifest so many different choices by Thursday that you might feel like you don't know what to do now. You walked away from something and that opened the door to a whole bunch of other opportunities. The issue with the 7 of Cups, what you did literally get 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7. So we got 3 7s. Sacred energy here. All right. The issue with the 7 of Cups is that it's amazing, mad options, mad opportunities, mad choices, mad possibilities. The problem with it is that you get into a state of not knowing which one is the best one for you, so you don't make a choice. And that's where the 7 of Cups can become a bad card. But it's upright and it's letting me know that there are going to be many opportunities that you're manifesting, that you have manifested, that are going to show up by Thursday. The vibe is high for them to show up by Thursday. Don't get stuck in not knowing which one to choose. I'm hearing follow your heart, follow your passion. If you stop and you're like, I don't know what to choose, not making a choice is making a choice, and you can lose those opportunities as you sit and you procrastinate. Thursday's not a day to procrastinate, it's a day to grab those manifestations, all right? Or to at least get into the energy of focusing on what it is you want to call in because it's going to come, okay? That is the vibe for Thursday. Friday's vibe, 4 of Cups. Why are we looking ugly here and bored and annoyed? Okay. By Friday's energy is giving me frustration or boredom. So there may be a vibe of feeling like I need to do something, I want to do something, I need to do something, but not feeling like there's any opportunities. Having maybe overindulged in certain things. Maybe some of you hanging out this weekend, or you're turning up all week, or whatever the case may be, that by Friday it's kind of going to be like meh. I don't really want to do that. I'm bored. I don't have a lot of great opportunities coming my way, but there is something. There's a vibe on Friday for something else to show up at a time where you feel like, I'm so bored. I'm like not happy with what I already have. It's kind of you in a the energy is not being in a state of gratitude. So you might want to watch that this week as well. But I'm getting impatience, feeling like you did something and you're not seeing the results right away. But mainly boredom. So let me see what that's clarifying. Ten of Swords reversed. Wow, that's the first reversal I got from the tree cards. Um, I don't know why on Friday you may find yourself looking at the past. Um, Whenever you're about to take a huge leap forward, we always tend to reflect on where we came from. However, with the vibe for this Friday, it's giving me some PTSDs from betrayals, past betrayals where you might have had to walk away from people who did you dirty, who hurt you, who that type of thing. And therefore, there may be something new presenting itself in an area of your life that hurt you before, that betrayed you. And you've kind of like turned your back on it. You're not even trying to give it any energy. I do feel like another opportunity is coming back in by Friday. So the vibe for Friday I'm getting is that something that disappointed you, bored you maybe. Um, Maybe you overindulged in a little too much and just now doesn't give you life. Um, is gonna be kind of revived. I almost wanted to say apologetically, like maybe the universe or your spirit guide team realizes that you emotionally invested in something that kind of went, and stabbed you in the back, betrayed you, didn't go the way you thought multiple times with something that you put your heart and soul into. And now it's time for you to rise up from that. It's time for you to move forward from that. So you're going to see another cup, another opportunity for you to invest in something that you felt betrayed you. And yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you whether you should go for it or not. Um Let me get another card there. Three of Cups reversed might have something to do with friendships or support, where you felt like friends did you dirty. People didn't support you. Maybe you poured your energy into a friend circle or community. Maybe you went out, you hung out all week with these groups of people, and then when this Friday comes, they're nowhere to be found, or they stab you in the back, or they betray you, or you realize these people were not true blue to you. There's something with Friday where you're going to be realizing this, and it could have you kind of having a PTSD moment where it's like, I don't want to fuck with nobody, I want to be around nobody, I don't want to deal with nobody, everybody's corrupt, everybody I put my heart into, they either end up just sitting with it and boring me to death, or they end up draining me of everything and leaving me empty. And there's something with that on Friday. I don't know what the awakening is around it, because they just tell me it has something to do with false friends. Wow. And then I look for more clarity and I get the Nine of Swords reversed. So it's something that's been bothering us. Something that we've been stressing about that's been bothering us is going to come to the surface again on this Friday. The vibe is high. So if you find yourself being pulled into talks about past situations, old friendships, things like that, people that betrayed you, people that, stressed you out, hated on you, all of this can surface on Friday. There's even a chance that you may hear from these people or this person. So just be ready to, I'm hearing, be emotionally open, but guarded at the same time. And know that everything that you've gone through in your past, these people cannot repeat it. You're not the same person. Your eyes are open now. They're not going to be able to repeat the same crap with you. So anyone that comes back around again this week, it's because they either coming with a new energy or they're coming for closure. Okay? Or to give you that closure. All right. I'm gonna look at next Saturday, even though I always end up pulling cards for it again on the day of, but just a quick peek at next Saturday. Judgment. So by next Saturday, it's going to be some kind of spiritual awakening. I feel like that's what this whole week is leading up to. Some of you may be starting new workshops that are spiritually enlightening you. Some of you may be teaching and be enlightening others. It's just that Saturday, next Saturday, you're going to be very clear on your direction, on your purpose, on your mission. I think there's going to be a lot of clarity coming in, and it's going to feel like a spiritual awakening. Okay. So I'll get you some clarity with that. We got the Eight of Swords reversed. So something that made you feel like you were stuck in it, you can have some kind of epiphany or spiritual awakening by next Saturday that's going to confirm for you you are not stuck. You're not this injured, you may be scarred from things you've been through, but you're not stuck and wounded and unable to move forward and grow. You still can move and grow and and free yourself from something that maybe mentally and emotionally you were plagued by, you know. But that's what I got for the weekly vibe. Choose a number, 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to pull one added card of advice for you guys, and then I will hopefully see you all on my YouTube channel at 7 p.m. EST. I will be there live with the final bonus day of the 5-day rebirth challenge. And today is all about activating that third eye, connecting to the intuition, learning the different ways that I use, tools I use for divination, the types of readings I do, and tapping into your own ability as well. I'll also be talking about the Bonessa retreat and how you can become an ambassador and travel for free. And I will be giving information about signing up for my 5-month energy shift virtual program that will be starting up in June, actually this week. And it's all about your next glow up, which is why I do it every year. Every year, me and this group that comes together, we focus on specific things we want to manifest. We activate our inner G, and by the end of the 5 months, we're either very close to the manifestation or we already manifested it and we're on to something else. So you may want to join that. This class is actually virtual, but I'm also going to be doing it live and in person starting in July, if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. All right. So you should have chosen your numbers by now. If you're drawn to the number 1, this is your message. You have war and peace. To my ones, there may be some kind of mental struggle you're going through. Like your heart and your mind are having some kind of struggle to decide on something. So it's almost like having an inner war going on within you. And I will read you the passage from the book, but I'm letting you know that this week you need to listen to your heart, to your emotions. We had so many cups come through. And when you feel like you don't know what you want to do between what your mind is saying and what your heart is leading you to, I say follow your heart. But the book says there's a clash between your logical mind and a heartfelt yearning at present. Your heart is pulling you in one direction while your mind pulls you in another. This is creating an inner war, which is responsible for the stress you're feeling. The way to overcome your current dilemma is by embracing both your heart and mind. Look, I said listen more to your heart. Well, that's just the guidance that I'm giving, but this is what the book says. Trust what your heart is saying, yet apply logic and common sense also. Okay, that makes sense. Inner peace is only possible by embracing both sides of your nature. Acknowledge any fear you may have, but do not allow it to stand in your way. Only by doing what feels right in your heart will you move closer to fulfilling your dreams. Yet you also need to be rational about your decisions, for both heartfelt inspiration and practical logic are necessary in order to achieve a harmonious and successful outcome. So whatever's bothering you and stressing you out right now, it takes the union of heart and mind in order for you to come to the correct conclusion that'll make you feel good. Pretty much. All right. If you were drawn to number 2, you have Mythic reality. I have never, and I've had this deck for decades, never pulled this card. So whoever was drawn to number 2, you're special being here. Not saying everybody else isn't special, but this is something special you need to know this week. Mythic reality. I'm not even picking up any channeled messages for that, so I guess they want me to read what the book says. Please don't be a long thing. All right. So my 2, something is causing you concern at present because you're viewing the situation from only one perspective. Look with an open heart and mind, and you may see that a positive side also exists. Things may very well turn in your favor if you let go of preconceived ideas and rigid views. There are at least 2 perspectives from which to view every situation. What you see at present is only part of the picture. Often, what seems real to us may not necessarily be what is actually occurring. The true purpose of many of life's events is often unclear because of our false assumptions, fears, and misconceptions. There's no need for concern. Just allow things to naturally unfold and all will become clear to you. Remember, my 2s, you may not have the power to change the world or many of the events in your life, but you have the power to change your perception of them. All becomes clear. This should be your affirmation, those who chose the number 2. All becomes clear when I view it from a higher perspective. All becomes clear when I view it from a higher perspective. So there isn't a need for a perspective shift for you this week. Maybe you're looking at something one way, and that's why you're not seeing the full picture of it. Okay, last but not least, if you were drawn to the number 3, like myself, good message. The judgment. Okay, my 3s. Let's get your message for the week. Am I looking in J or T? Ah, okay, J. All right. So my 3s, your message for the week ahead, it says love and accept all of who you are as you are. Every trait serves a purpose, and until you see the light within you, you will not see the light in others. How you feel about the world around you is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Everything you see in others reflects something in you. You draw people, situations, and events into your life that reflect what you are yet to love about yourself. As you journey through life, you grow in wisdom, and eventually you will realize that many of your perceptions of good and bad, of right and wrong, were simply illusions. So, my 3s, your advice this week is to watch your judgment of yourself and of others, and to start to look at the relationships and situations you attract in and realize that they are reflecting aspects of yourself back to you that either you need to work on and love, or release even. And that's what I have for you guys for the week ahead. I hope I'll see you all at 7 o'clock on my YouTube channel for the last day of the 5-day rebirth challenge, bonus day, all about intuitive guidance and all about the stuff that I got coming up. That, hey, this week the underlying thing was investments. Maybe y'all supposed to be investing in Bonessa or my 5-month program. Y'all, I didn't even think about that. So think about it. All right, I'll see y'all later. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And if you have some free time, go check out my latest upload. It's about becoming one with the elements, activating the elements within your body, and also getting a reading through the energy of the elements. So check it out. It's a dope session, dope visualization. I tried to do it last night, and it was so calming. I fell asleep. So now I'm about to watch it again. Love you guys. See you. Every year, you say you want to go to Africa, and you often can't shake that lack mindset. Lack of funds, lack of time, lack of knowledge. Bonessa is calling you to Guinea. What if you just took 2 weeks to invest in you? I'm offering you a retreat to Guinea, West Africa, the heartbeat of cultural arts and beautiful countrysides. But most importantly, This is a chance to revive your connection to yourself and this world. Vanessa is exactly what you need. Unlike any other cultural trip, this retreat will make sure you get balanced in mind, emotions, cultural arts, physically, and spiritually. Vanessa is Susu for peace. So let's bring in the new year reborn, refreshed, and remastered. From December 30th, 2025 to January 12th, 2026, we invite you to come experience soul transforming energy and movement in Guinea with our teachers from Ballet Ansun. For more information and to make your deposit today, go to www.thesumacenter.com. Guinea is rich with culture, Guinea is beautiful, and Guinea is healing. Don't miss out on this opportunity to experience it all.